good. Just got home from work and my husband is doing, oh, he's got the cow trailer and I hear a cow on it. Did y'all hear that? Anyway, I think that he was going to, I'm just rambling, I'm sorry, that just kind of like got me off here. One of our calves, I think he's going to take it to the sale, and the mama calf, I think he's going to move it over to a different pasture with the bull to see, you know, that she'll get impregnated again, and some better grass too to kind of fatten her up some. That baby has, it's time for her to be weaned off of her. She's made the mama cow lose a lot of weight. So anyway, I guess he's out there doing all that mess. So I'm in here. It's cold. Fall has approached the deep south. Man, my husband about froze to death yesterday. We had to turn our fireplace on. But it's cold in here too. When I just walked in, I'm going to have to get some heat going. But let's do this like I'm supposed to do it. I'm going to make, I got, mama cow's going to be mooing bad. Okay, I laid out a chicken this morning before I went to work to be thawing, and I don't know if it really was, it's a little bitty chicken. My butcher that's closest that we use, they had advertised several months ago that they had their whole chickens for 49 cents a pound, 39 cents a pound. Anyway, it was a really good deal. So I had Chris to go by there after work, and I told him to get 5 or 6. I don't remember how many I got in the freezer. But when he came in with them, I was like, well, no wonder they were so cheap. They're little bitty ones. But hey, it's fine for me and him. So we're going to roast this chicken. And if you saw my video, I said I had canned up some okra, and I didn't really like the way that it turned out. I pressure canned it. A lot of people don't pressure can okra. I feel like you need to pressure can okra, but it turns out prettier if you don't do the pressure canning method. I pressure canned it, and it made it just so soft and gooey in here. But we're going to make okra patties out of this, and something else to go with it. And for dessert, I know, what am I doing coming home from work? I'm going to cook this big old meal plus a dessert. I didn't feel like doing it this weekend, so we're going to do it tonight. We're going to make homemade oatmeal cream pies. You know, like the Little Debbie oatmeal cream pies. But these are the Big Cathy. We're going to call them Big Cathy instead of Little Debbie oatmeal cream pies. I've never made them before. I saw the recipe, I think on Facebook, somebody had posted it. Took a screenshot of it. I've got all the ingredients. It looks very easy. It may taste like crap. We will see, but we're going to make them and try them together. And I'm going to get some stuff together. I'm going to turn my heat on and I'll be back. I'm just going to cook them in this cast iron skillet. I'm going to make up a seasoning rub. This is smoked, is this smoked or regular? Yeah, smoked paprika. I'm going to do about a teaspoon of smoked paprika. This is crushed rosemary. You can use the whole rosemary. I have got a pack of whole rosemary, but I hadn't opened it, and this has been opened, so we're just going to use the crushed rosemary. I love rosemary and chicken together. Going to go about a teaspoon of the rosemary. This is poultry seasoning. About a teaspoon. No, I'm sorry, not a teaspoon. We're going to go about a half a teaspoon of poultry seasoning. We're going to do about a half a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of black pepper. Oh, and the one and only garlic powder. Garlic powder. I'm going to go to a good teaspoon of, because we love garlic. And then I just smell it. Smells delicious. To see if something was overpowering me, and it's not. Hands are clean. Washed them good. And I'm going to try and dislodge this skin over the breast. You may have to get some hangy stuff unlodged. Okay. And I'm going to take my spoon. I'm just going to dump that in. And I'm going to take my hands and rub it in. This gives it the flavor. It flavors the meat instead of just the skin. There we go. Get it all down in there. It's sticking to my hand more so than chicken. Okay. And there's no need to put any oil on this because you're going to put the skin back up on it. And the skin has got fat, which will oil it. I need to get, let me wash my hands, I'll be right back. Okay, I just grabbed some toothpicks. You can see the skin kind of cut right here. So we're going to do a toothpick sew. Oh, I didn't get down into that part. Kind of like you would like a safety pin or a straight pin to keep your blouse together. I'll go through the bottom part, like you can see, top part, and just put some toothpick skewers in there. Let me wash my hands again. Okay, and then I'm just going to rub some oil. This is just avocado oil over the top so that the skin will get crispy. Hold it together. Okay, I'm done messing with the chicken, so I'm going to wash my hands right now. Now this big skillet is a little big for this, but that's okay. I had it sitting out on top of my stove anyway, so that's what we're going to use. And then I'm going to tint it with some aluminum foil so the outside doesn't get too dark before the inside does. Toothpick just stuck right through. I've got my oven preheating to 350, and when that gets done preheating, we'll stick that in the oven. I'm not putting any salt on top of it because I seasoned it, the meat, really well. So I don't think it needs any additional salt or anything like that on top of it. I'm not a big skin eater. Chris loves the skin. I'm not a big skin eater, so I like the meat to be seasoned instead of just the skin. Okay, we'll set this over here waiting on the oven. It's almost there. It's at 310. And then let me put my spices up and give this counter a good wash in case any chicken gunk got on it. And then we're going to come back and we're going to start the oatmeal cream pies. Alright, I had to get my glasses on so I could read the recipe. Alright, we're going to do the wet ingredients first. Kind of all wet, I don't know. Alright, so we got 1 stick of butter, softened. I put it in the microwave and I went a little too far, so it's really soft. Okay, and then it calls, this is where I'm going to vary a little bit. It calls for 3/4 cup of sugar and 1 tablespoon of molasses. I've got both of those, but what happens when you mix sugar and molasses? It makes brown sugar. So we're just going to do 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. One-fourth, 2/4, 3/4. Okay, and then we need 1 egg, and I just hit that jar on this one and it kind of cracked it, so we're going to use this one. I have a hard time on these eggs. My father-in-law got some new younger chickens, and so they're laying really good, but they're, I don't know if you can just tell, they're smaller. And so I'm kind of like, well, if it calls for 1 egg, but I'm just going to go with 1. Because it doesn't say 1 large egg or 1 extra large egg or anything like that. So we're going to go with that. I got some vanilla, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. It's about time for me to refill. And we're going to mix it together. Now it doesn't say to mix it until, it doesn't say like to cream together, you know, where you do it for a long time and it kind of gets fluffy and creamy. But I'm just giving it a mix. Stay. Okay, now for the dry ingredients. I need 1.5 cups of flour. I know you don't normally see me getting flour out of a bag, but I filled up my container and I had some left over that wouldn't fit. So we just are going to work out of this bag first. This is 1/3 cup. What did I say? 1.5 cups. This is all-purpose flour. It doesn't specify, but you have to add baking soda and salt. So we're going to go with all-purpose. But I guess you could use the self-rising and not add baking soda and salt. I used to do that a lot. Okay, so that's 1.5 cups of flour. And what did I do with it? I didn't get it out. Hang on. I'm coming. Yeah. Y'all, if it was a snake, it'd have bit me. Sometimes. Okay, I need 1/2 cup of oatmeal. And 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Nope, that's powder. Soda's in here. Don't ask me why. Okay, baking soda, which is, let's see, 1 teaspoon. Uh-oh, that little thing's 1 teaspoon, half, it was 1/2 teaspoon. Yep. See, I got a teaspoon in here, so let me dump half of it out. This is a 1/2 teaspoon. And then 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Mix all this up together. Oh, me and flour. Seems like it would need more oatmeal, but who am I? Then we're going to add our wet ingredients to the dry. Kathy's doing dumb stuff today. Okay. Then we're going to use our mixer and mix this up. Some flour on the bottom, and I'm just going to use this spatula to work it in. Kind of a dry dough. Let's see if it comments on, no, don't say. Alright, we got butter, sugar, egg, vanilla. We got 1/2 oatmeal, baking soda, and salt. Well, there you go. That's about all that's in it. Okay. I like to smell everything for whatever reason. Okay, so let me get a cookie sheet. Just going to use this and where's my parchment? some parchments. And a cookie scoop. Okay, it says to use a tablespoon. I think this will be fine. It may just make big oatmeal cream pies. Go big or go home. Go big or go home. I really want to talk about what's going on over in Israel. It's been weighing heavy on my heart. I don't know which way your views are. My view is I'm with Israel. And I have been praying and praying for those people. I pray for the Palestinians too. I know not all are bad. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to get into any kind of political. I'll have to put these closer together because I got a lot more. Well, you have to have two to make a sandwich. And they're not very wet. It's a very dry dough, so I don't think it's going to be spreading. I could be wrong. Okay, I'm going to finish doing this. I know y'all don't want to see me doing this. And I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Alright, I got 18 of them, so that'll make 9 pies. If I used the smaller scoop, I probably would have gotten a dozen. So it says to bake in a 350 degree oven for 9 to 10 minutes. I've got my oven preheating. So as soon as that preheats, we'll stick that in. The filling. Okay, so when I eat the name brand oatmeal cream pie, to me it kind of tastes like it has some jet puff in it, some of that, you know, marshmallow cream. But this is basically like a royal icing, where it's just the butter and the powdered sugar, vanilla extract, and some milk. So I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't think that this filling that they've got in here is going to taste like a true oatmeal cream pie. But we're going to do it just like the recipe says. Dadgum, if I had some jet puff, I'd add some in it because I just know there's some jet puff in it. But we're going to do it like the recipe says, and we'll do an honest opinion. And I'm going to let that oven preheat. It's got a couple more minutes. We're going to let them cook for 9 to 10 minutes. I'll keep an eye on them. And then we will come back and we'll make up this filling. Okay, I just let my dog out to take a duke. And y'all, this new dog, Pumpkin, that we got, is so destructive. We can't have anything out on the porches. She has torn up just about all but one of my chair cushions. I don't know what she got into today, but it looks like paper towels that she has shred. She's gotten one of my boots. This is my rug off my front porch, and those are shotgun shells. Where did she get those? All I can think of is that he had them in the side-by-side and she got them out of that. But she is so destructive and we don't know what to do. We don't catch her in the act. But even if I get a package delivered from like Amazon or somewhere, she takes the box out in the yard and tears it up. And we're at a loss on how to get her to stop. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. Please, let me know. Because she's a stinker. You are a stinker. I'm going to beat your butt. When I see you doing this, I'm going to beat your butt. Oh, and I don't guess Chris has seen that. Oh my goodness. I just don't know what to do. And here's a lighter. Where'd that come from? That had to be over there at the grill. Come on, Cash. Come on. I just don't know what to do. She's gotten every cushion except for that one, and I tied it down. And now she gets up there and sleeps on it. Okay, we're going to make this icing, filling, whatever you want to call it. Got half a cup, 1 stick, butter, I put in the microwave to soften. And of course, it went a little bit long. And 1 cup of powdered sugar. I'm going to mix this up. And add a teaspoon of vanilla. That's about it. Now it says to add a little bit of milk, but I don't know. I don't think it needs to be really thin. I'm going to add a little bit more powdered sugar. I'm winging it. I'm winging it. About a 1/4 cup more. And it's not white, one, because the butter is so yellow. It's that grass-fed butter. And then, of course, the vanilla is dark. So it's not going to be very white. I think that's a good consistency. It's pretty thick. And I think that will, and it may thicken up. I'm going to let it sit here because the well, you know, the little pies are not done cooking. And when this butter goes to solidify again some, it's probably going to be a little bit thicker. And we may need to add some milk to it. But I'm just going to let it sit over here and cool down for a hot minute. Okay, I'll be back. I'm back with something different. I bought at the grocery store today, and I'm going to make it my favorite snack this time of year. There's a big debate about, do you like candy corns or not? I love candy corns eaten with salty, dry, roasted peanuts. Tastes like a payday bar. I love it. And even more than the candy corns is, I like the pumpkin-shaped ones. So, I bought some pumpkin-shaped candy corns and some peanuts. And then I got this half-gallon jar. I need to put all this stuff up. I will in just a second. So, I'm going to pour 1 bag. This is not figure friendly, as I guess most of my recipes aren't. Half the peanuts, and then the other bag, and the rest of the peanuts. Put the lid on. shake them up. And there you have it. The pumpkins and the dry roasted peanuts. I'm not going to eat any of them right now. I'm going to save my appetite for dinner and the oatmeal cream pie. But I usually just keep this out on the bar and we get a handful at night and eat them. Ooh, let me check on the oatmeal. Okay. Let me show you. They are still puffed up. They're not flattening. So I'm going to go in and flatten them. Yeah. Probably just use this. Now that was about 7 minutes. I set the alarm for like 7 minutes, so these can probably go in for a couple more minutes. I don't know that you'd want to use a smaller scoop because these are pretty little. It did not say to do this. It did not say to smash them down before you bake them or anything. I'm getting worried about this recipe, guys and gals. I'm getting worried. It seemed too easy. Ooh, hot. And they're not getting brown like the name brand does. Alright, I'm going to stick these back in the oven. Keep an eye on for the next couple minutes. Okay, I let them go. It's been a total of 10 minutes. They're still pretty soft, but they're getting crunchy on the edges. So I'm calling it, these are not brown like the name brand. How many times have y'all heard me say, not like the name brand? I'm going to take them off and put them on this wire rack to cool. The bottoms, well, the bottoms kind of got a little bit brown. But I don't want a crunchy. I want it to be chewy, so I think that when it cools down, there'll be a good texture. I just checked on the chicken and I pulled the aluminum foil off. It is smelling so good. I haven't been cooking a lot at night. Chris has been on a diet for a while. He's lost 30-something pounds. He's done very, very good on it. You would think I'd do it too. But he's kind of doing like an intermittent fasting. Basically, he doesn't eat at night a lot of the times. If he eats lunch, he doesn't eat at night. Sometimes he skips lunch and then he'll eat at night. But our communication has not been very good at that because about 6 o'clock, he'll say, man, I'm hungry. And I'll say, did you eat lunch? No. Well, why didn't you tell me? I would have planned to cook something. We got to work on that. And so I'm not going to cook for just me, which he always says, cook dinner anyway, and I'll take my part for lunch the next day. But I feel stupid. I don't know if it's stupid, but cooking a whole meal and just me eating by myself. So a lot of nights, I'll fix me a banana sandwich or a bowl of cereal or something. And so I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that. So we're going to, I'm going to get back in the habit here of doing that. I'm going to let these sit and cool before we ice them, or whatever you call it. Put the cream in it. I'm going to see. There's a little piece. I just want to take a taste. Okay, I'm tasting it. I'm tasting it. But anyway, his problem is nighttime eating. Before he went on this diet, well, the whole time we've been married, he, oh, I gotta wash some dishes. And he'll tell you his problem is at night. Once he starts eating, he eats until he goes to bed. He said he don't know what it is. It's something about sitting in the house. It's just what he thinks about. It's food, food, food. And so his norm would be, we would eat supper, and then, I'd eat my plate and be done. And before I put the leftovers up, he'd be back in here eating. And then I put the leftovers up, and then before he went to bed, he's in here in the refrigerator looking for something. And so his problem has always been at night. So that is why he is trying not to eat at night, and it's working for him. So, I mean, I can't fault him on that. It is working, and he's done a very good job on it, and I'm proud of him. But anyways, kind of did a snafu on me cooking supper. But he can eat this tonight, or he can take it to lunch tomorrow. I don't care. I want some home cooking. You know what I mean? Okay, so while the chicken is cooking, that was a little bitty Tweety bird, so it's not going to take that long. I am going to get started. I'm going to put these over here. I'm going to get started on the okra patties, and we are going to, oh, let me tell you, okay. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm just a southern country girl that likes to cook. I like to garden. I like doing shopping hauls. Speaking of shopping hauls, if you saw my Stitch Fix versus Wannable haul that I did, my first time ever doing anything like that, and I just did it for fun. But I did keep some of the items, and they're expensive. But lo and behold, the other day, got a package from Wannable. And I was like, what? No, I didn't order another one. Stitch Fix, you could just, and I thought Wannable was this way too, but Stitch Fix, you could just order just one box, not sign up for a subscription. And I thought that I had done that with Wannable. Obviously I didn't, because as soon as I saw who it was from, I logged onto that Wannable account, and I was on a subscription service. So I immediately canceled it. And it sat here for a couple of days, and I thought about doing a video about it, and then I was like, well, I'm not going to keep any of this. So I did open it up Sunday afternoon, and there was one pair of jeans that I did like. They were different. They were just a smidge too big. But I had lost some weight when I had COVID and went through all that sickness. It's slowly coming back on. Don't worry. So I thought, well, if I keep them, they'll be fine once I gain my weight back. I'm not a thin person. I am a thick, fat butt, and I should just work on keeping what little bit of weight but I'm not. I'm just not. I love food too much, and I'm not in the mindset to diet. That's here nor there. Let's go back to the jeans. So I thought, I may keep these. I like them. They were kind of a little wide leg crop. They were cute. I thought it would look real cute with like booties. So I sat down, and I was going through the paperwork, and them suckers were $90. So I said, nope, I'm not keeping it. So I packed all the stuff back into the bag, and I'm sending it back. I'm not keeping none of it. So, anywho, that's my Wannable. But anyway, thank you for being here. And I had something. I had something, I was getting to a point, but I can't think of it now. Alright, got my okra. Oh, I can't open it. Where's my can opener? My can opener. Oh, I know what I was going to say. What we're going to, it came to me. What we're going to have with this is some of the mashed potatoes that I dehydrated. I've already had one pack of them. They're delicious. We're going to do another pack. I'll show you how I'm going to do them. And what had happened was on my Azure standard order, I had ordered 50 pounds of potatoes. Now then, I don't know what season. It must have been late summer that I've gotten them in the past, and they were big old honking russet potatoes that stored so good. Well, these were little bitty ones. If you saw my video, you saw that. But these were little bitty ones. I dried them out real good because they come in a refrigerated truck and they had condensation on them. I let them dry real good on cardboard. And then I packed them in a big old cardboard shallow box. And I store my vegetables. I have a closet underneath my stairs. And I stored them in there. And I mean, within a few days, they were sprouting. They were sprouting. So I had to do something with them. One thing I did was I canned. I cubed them up and I canned them. And I dry canned them. I didn't show you that, but I dry canned them. I'll show you one day how I did that. Several quarts of those. Then I made mashed potatoes. I did that with y'all. Freeze dried them. Those are great to reconstitute. And then I made like little hash browns that I cut up and freeze dried those. And so I've got 1.5 gallons that I freeze dried. I do not have them in Mylar bags. I do not have oxygen absorbers in here. I did not do this for long-term storage, as a lot of people do with their freeze dryer. I just needed to get these processed in some way before they went bad. This is what we did, and I'll be using these before they go bad. I'll make potato chips out of these. I'll make hash brown potatoes out of these for breakfast. I'll make a hash brown casserole. I will use these within the next couple months, so they're not stored for long-term storage. So that's what I was getting to with my potatoes. But I cannot find my opener. I fixed the ones that I canned. I fried them up for breakfast the other morning, and those were good. And I had my can opener out then, but I don't know what I did with it. It might be in the dishwasher. Okay. Smells like okra. I'm going to strain off a lot of the liquid. Get a bowl and a strainer and pour these in. Because I wet canned these, pressure canned them. They had a lot of liquid in there that I don't necessarily need. So I've just pushed these over to the side. There's a moth in here. You see, I've already got that much liquid. Let them dry in here for a few minutes before we get those prepared, and I will be back when we start on that. I'm going to go grab a bag of those mashed potatoes. I'm going to show you how we do that, and then I'll be back. Okay, I just poured out the liquid. They're still kind of liquidy, but we can deal with this. I'm going to add an egg. These are okra patties, fried okra patties. Fried okra fritters. I don't know, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to put a smidge of buttermilk with the eggs, so maybe it all stick together. Give this a big minute. See, because I pressure canned them, they just turn to mush. I'd never canned okra before, and I just went with the safe method, but not to say the other method isn't safe, but you had to add some acid to it to be able to water bath. But yeah. Alright, I'm going to add a little bit of flour. Hey, and I'm just making this up as I go. And then some cornmeal. I'm doing about a half and half ratio. I didn't want to get out of measuring cups, so I'm just using this. And we'll stir this up, see what the consistency is. We'll add some salt, some pepper. I love this little container. My sister-in-law got it for my birthday back in the summer. It is like that, and I had ground up my peppercorn and put in it, and I just love it. I just love it. Thank you, sister-in-law. I don't think she watches my videos. I can honestly say that Chris doesn't watch my video. I mean, my mother-in-law does. But I don't have a lot of my friends and family that watches. Isn't that rude? Alright, I think that's good. I think it's good. Okay, so we're going to come over here to the stove. And it looks like potted meat. Bear with me. Do you hear me, half face? Bear with me. We're going to make something out of this. Waste not, want not. Okay, I'm going to bring you over to the stove. We're going to get these fried. Alright, I got my skillet heating up. I covered the bottom with some avocado oil. And then I'm just going to add some ghee to it. Some clarified butter. Just to maybe give it a little buttery taste. Get off of there. What the? There we go. No. That little piece. Whew. I also changed shirts. I had on a sweatshirt. Now that I'm cooking, I got hot. I had to turn the heat off. Let's take a look at the, I can't get it off the thing. Hold on. Okay, let's take a look at, it's on my shirt. The chicken, it's smoking. That's going to be delicious. Delicious. Okay, I just added it and with a spoonful and just kind of flattened it out with my spoon. Turn it down to medium high. This is what it looks like. It's not appetizing looking at it all. But let's just cross our fingers and pray it tastes good. We're going to do these taste tests. Please let them taste good. Not overwhelming okra taste. I think I put too much flour and cornmeal in it. Okay, not a real big fan. I may slather some ketchup on it. Okay, we won't make that again. That did not turn out good. That did not turn out good. I mean, I'm eating it and I'm not like, whoa, even though my face probably says that, but it just don't really have a taste. You know, I like to post winners when I'm doing these videos, but this is just real life. I'm at home, I'm cooking, I'm making up stuff. We're gonna try it. Yeah, that just was not what I was expecting. But that was my first year canning okra. And though I looked at recipes and I looked at recipes and I looked at recipes, I just thought that eliminating, I can't remember if it was lemon juice or vinegar that you'd put in it so you can water bath can it. I just thought that that would taste gross. So I decided to go old-fashioned, pressure can it, and that ain't the way to do it. So we may just stick to freezing okra unless you've got a tried and true canning recipe for okra. Let me know below. I would appreciate it. But yeah, and I canned several jars of those. Oh. Now Chris will probably eat it and say he loves it, but anyway, we'll see. Okay, so while my, oh, I know what we can do. Well, hang on. When that milk and butter warms up, gotta empty that dishwasher. When the milk and butter warms up, we'll put our mashed potatoes in. I did seal these up in a Mylar bag, just because I knew that we probably wouldn't be eating mashed potatoes once a week or whatever. We have already eaten them. I fixed a pack right after I had done them just to see how they reconstituted, and they were very good. This is the second pack. Probably won't have them again for a while. Hold on. Well, what we can do, oh no, it fell on the floor. I'm gonna put it to the side and let Chris eat that. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. All right, let's try to fix one of these up. It's kind of a little bit browner on the bottom side, so I'm going, kind of hard. I'm gonna put some filling. Put one on top. Okay. I'm not sure how much to put. And I'm trying to just match up ones that are kind of like the same shape. This is the one that fell on the ground. I'll eat it. I mopped my floors last night, so I don't think that there was anything disgusting down there. Alright, we'll have those for dessert. I have a little bit of filling left. I'm just going to leave it sitting out in case some needs some more. Milk and butter. And so I just get that hot. It started simmering, started foaming. Then open this up. And this is what it looks like. It froze, it freeze-dried solid in a solid sheet, and then I just broke them up. These are already pre-mashed. And it's going to take a little while for these to rehydrate. put a lid on them. Put them over here to the side. Well, put them right here. And I can't remember how long it took them to rehydrate, but they were still hot when we ate them, so it wasn't that long. A little bit left in there. I'm gonna get the chicken out. That's good. Let's see what we can find. There's those demon okra. Baked beans, no. This is all of my sauces, spaghetti sauces, baked beans. Gosh, there's that mock pineapple. I need to make a dessert with that. All my peppers. There's some vegetable soup. These are some black beans, some more peppers, my canned chicken. Oh, these are the potatoes that I had canned, dry canned with some butter. Those are really good fried up for breakfast. I thought that I had, oh me, oh my. Yes, some carrots. That's what we'll do. We'll have carrots. Alright, these are glazed carrots, and I heavily glazed them, so I just poured them through the strainer to get some of that juice off, because the juice is very, very sweet. So I'm going to just put the carrots in the same skillet. I washed it out, and then I'm going to put some of this butter, ghee, clarified butter, whatever you want to call it. I have a video on how to do this if you're interested. I'll link it below if I can remember. I think I got one jar left after this, so I probably need to do some more. Added the butter. I'm going to put it over here on the skillet. I'm not going to put it on the skillet. I'm going to put it on the eye, and I just turned it down to a medium low. And we'll let those get to warming up. Let's check on our potatoes. See what they're looking like. Oh, you know what? Today's not my day. And it don't look like tomorrow's going to be my day either. That milk scalded on the bottom. So let me get these out. Y'all, if you're new, I'm sorry. I usually do better than this. It is scalded on the bottom. Okay, so it needs some more liquid. I'm going to heat up. I'm just going to put a little milk in the microwave. Okay, so Chris is walking the door, and I'm going to get him to do the taste tests.
What is it?
What does it taste like?
I really don't know.
It's okra patties.
It's pretty good. Need a little salt on it. It's pretty good.
You think it's pretty good?
Yeah, pretty good.
I told you.
Thumbs up.
Alright, and wait a minute. That is a homemade oatmeal cream pie.
Good.
Does it taste like an oatmeal?
Very good.
Does it taste like an oatmeal cream pie?
It does.
What?
Good deal. Bye. I was thinking my Facebook last night was going to tell you about it.
Oh, did you? He said he saw those homemade oatmeal cream pies on Facebook and he was going to tell me about them. I think the filling
Just
is
what I need for my diabetes.
in your diet.
Yeah.
I think the filling doesn't really taste like an oatmeal cream pie.
I don't know. It
Do you think it does?
Pretty damn good. I mean, it wasn't identical to it, but just as good.
He said it wasn't identical, but it was just as good. Okay, so that's a keeper. I'll give you my opinion on it later. But when he reacts like that, that means he really, really liked it. Okay, still I'm adding some more milk into these. Still got some milk. Okay, let's do something with this chicken. Our little Tweety bird. Got my meat mat down here, but I am gonna put a thing of some paper towels down on it to absorb some of the, you know, grease and stuff. Whew. My cavity was full of juiciness. Alright, I'm going to try these meat cutter shears I got from Temu a long time ago and see how they do in just cutting this sucker. Now, oh, heck yeah. Just down the backbone. That did amazing. Well, that was the breastbone I just cut through. I'm going to cut through the backbone. Not bad. No, those are pretty handy. So, this little Tweety bird, I'll get a half, he'll get a half. It's not very big. It does not have a lot of meat on it. And whatever I don't eat or whatever he doesn't eat, take it for lunch tomorrow. So that turned out fairly well. Turn off the carrots. Let's take a look at our mashed taters again. Oh yeah. I'm going to give it a little taste test. Tastes like fresh potatoes. Keep this lid over the bowl just to kind of keep it warm. Okay, when I fix my plate, I'll come back. It's chow time. I've got chicken, carrots, and mashed taters. I'm going to skip on the okra patties. It's more for Chris, that's why I'm skipping. Okay, so I'm going to taste the chicken. It's so juicy. Seasoning is delicious. I love chicken. You know what else I love? I like me some mashed taters. And the carrots. Now these are heavily glazed, like I said, so they're very sweet. But they're good. But they are good. Alright, I'm going to sit down and eat my plate, and then I'll come back and we're going to eat I want to say whoopie pie, but oatmeal cream pie. And give you my honest opinion about that. What is on my plate is very good. What is sitting over there is not. And that would be the okra patties. Okay, I'll be back. Belly's full. Alright, I'm going to take the one that Chris took a bite off of. It's not the one that fell on the floor. Okay. It's delicious. But it doesn't, to me, taste like an oatmeal cream pie. It just tastes like a delicious oatmeal cookie with that frosting in the middle. But it's so good. It's very good. But when I went into it, it doesn't really taste like an oatmeal cream pie to me. It just tastes like a delicious oatmeal cookie with the icing. What would be really good in this, it tastes fallish to me, is to mix some pumpkin in with that icing and make them like, now that would be good. But they're good. I urge you to try them. They're good. They're sweeter than the oatmeal cream pies. They're a lot more sweeter. When I make them again, I'll cut back on the sugar. I think in the cookie part, because the icing's so sweet. Makes sense? Sure it does. Thanks for being here. I've got a sink full of dishes and so I'm on cleanup mode, and then I'm going to sit my fat butt down and relax. So thanks for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye.